Hello FPL managers, today we take a look at the top 5 goalkeeper picks coming to the brand new season of FPL. In today's video, we take a look at 5 potential goalkeeper options that you guys should consider for your starting squads because they performed very well last season and are a good value in goals. So just before we get into the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to show support for the channel, and also click that notification bell so you guys don't miss any future uploads. So with that being said, let's get into the video. So taking a look at the first goalkeeper on the list, it is Emiliano Martínez. Martínez has seen a price rise to £5.5 million, but this is justified as he was the top scoring player in FPL last year for goalkeepers with 186 points. Martínez is coming with a 39.5% ownership, which also makes him the top owned keeper in FPL currently. Martínez had a very impressive performance last season, getting himself 142 saves, which is more than any other keeper, and only conceded 46 goals across the season. His 15 clean sheets were the third highest for any goalkeepers, and with Aston Villa's very good fixtures to start the season of Watford, Newcastle and Brentford, Martínez is definitely a good short-term option. Martínez is predicted 4 points for game week 1, which is fairly high for goalkeepers, and as I said before, you could back in Martínez to get himself a couple of clean sheets in their first 3 matches. Another reason why Martínez was one of the highest scoring keepers last year was that he topped bonus points for goalkeepers, getting 27 bonus points, which was 7 higher than any other keeper. So despite Martínez's price rise, he has got the underlying stats to back up why he could still be a good option coming into the new season. Moving on to the second keeper on the list, it is Robert Sánchez. The Brighton goalkeeper is coming in at £4.5 million, which does make him a very good option to have at the back. Sánchez is currently the second highest owned keeper in FPL with a very high 27.2% ownership. Sánchez was very impressive since coming in for Matt Ryan for Brighton last season, and he got himself 101 FPL points in just the short time period that he did play. This came about as he got himself 66 saves and only conceded 27 goals, getting himself 10 clean sheets, which was about 1 clean sheet every 3 games, which is very impressive. Sánchez is predicted 4 points in game week 1 as Brighton have a very promising start to the season in terms of their fixtures, as they face Burnley and Watford in their first 2 matches, then Everton in game week 3, but then they face Brentford, Leicester, Palace, Arsenal and Norwich after that. So in their first 8 matches, they only have 2 matches with an FDR rating over 3. Obviously this should mean a lot of clean sheets for Brighton, and for Sanchez's £4.5 million price tag, he's definitely very good value to start the season considering his very high clean sheet percentage and Brighton's good starting fixtures. Sánchez could also provide a cheaper alternative to many other high-end keepers in the game, such as the likes of Martínez, Schmeichel, Ederson, Mendy or Pickford. Now moving on to the third goalkeeper option on the list, it is Kasper Schmeichel. Schmeichel is coming in at £5 million in goals, which does seem to be very good value to get into that Leicester defence, as Schmeichel did see a price decrease from last season. This £500,000 price decrease has seen Schmeichel be the 4th highest owned keeper currently, with an 11.4% ownership. Schmeichel was the 10th highest scoring keeper last season, getting himself 128 FPL points, as he recorded a very impressive 88 saves. This was actually the 8th highest amongst keepers last year, and he did record himself a fair few clean sheets as well, getting himself 11 across the season. This 11 clean sheets was the 5th highest for any keeper in FPL, so I think since he has seen that £500,000 price decrease, he definitely could be better value this year. Schmeichel currently has the highest predicted points for any goalkeeper in game week 1, which is sitting at 4.3 as they face Wolves in their first match. Obviously Wolves underperformed quite a lot from an attacking standpoint last year, so Leicester will be looking to get themselves a clean sheet in the first match of the season. After that they face West Ham, Norwich, Man City, but then they play Brighton, Burnley and Palace after that, so in their first 7 matches they only have 2 matches with an FDR rating of over 3. This is obviously a very good fixture start to the season, so you would expect Schmeichel to be one of the top scoring keepers after game week 7. So for the short term, Schmeichel could definitely be a good option to have in the squad because he has seen a price decrease and Leicester should be getting themselves a fair few clean sheets to start next year's campaign. And moving on to the 4th goalkeeper on the list, it is Vicente Guaita. Guaita is coming in at £4.5 million as he has also seen a £500,000 price decrease just like Schmeichel. Despite this price decrease, he is still only owned by 6.1% of managers, which only makes him the 10th highest owned keeper. Guaita did score himself 124 FPL points last season, which did make him the 11th highest scoring keeper. He did also have one of the highest save tallies last year, as he did come 5th for saves with 107 across the season, but they did concede 64 goals, which is less than impressive, and only got themselves 8 clean sheets. But with players returning from injury into their Crystal Palace defence, hopefully they can show up more defensively as they do have a new manager as well. Their fixtures are a bit tricky to start the season with Chelsea, Brentford and West Ham as their first 3, But if you do just want to have him as that rotation keeper with another 4.5 keeper, or want to take the risk for a differential option to start him, then he's no doubt a good choice. He is currently only predicted 2.9 points in game week 1, so it doesn't make him the most tempting short-term option, as I said before, Crystal Palace have some tricky fixtures to start the season, but there is no doubt that he is definitely good value, as he is £500,000 cheaper than Schmeichel, and he only scored 4 points less than him last year. And moving on to the fifth and final goalkeeper, it is the cycling GK Ben Foster. Foster is no doubt a fan favourite amongst managers this season, as he is the third highest owned keeper with a 24.4% ownership. This is most likely due to the fact that he is only £4 million and could be getting some starting minutes for Watford coming into the new campaign. Last season in the Championship, Foster played exactly the same amount of games as Bachmann, as they both shared 18 each, which could provide hope that he can get a couple of starting games in the Prem. When Watford were in the Premier League in the 2019-20 season, Foster was very impressive, getting himself 137 points, recording 117 saves, which was one of the most for that season. Watford did get themselves 9 clean sheets as well, which is fairly impressive, so if Ben Foster can get some starting minutes at £4 million, he definitely could be good value. Ben Foster is only predicted 0.5 points in game week 1, but if he does start, then Watford will have some very good starting fixtures, as they face Villa and Brighton in the first 2, then Spurs in game week 3, but after that they face Wolves, Norwich and Newcastle, so in the first 6 matches they only have one match with an FPL rating of 4, which is against Tottenham. So if you do back in Ben Foster to get some starting minutes, then he is definitely good value. Even if he doesn't, he's definitely a good budget enabler at £4 million, as he does seem to be the best starting chance for any £4 million keeper. Also, he is a reliable and proven asset, as he did get himself 137 points in 2019-20 season. He definitely could be good value at £4 million. So that's all we've got for today for the top 5 goalkeeper picks of the new FPL season. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to show support for the channel. And once again, click that notification bell so you guys don't miss any future uploads. Also, leave a comment what you guys thought of this list and do you have any goalkeepers on the list. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.